Hi guys, welcome to the Unpopular Opinion, where three beautiful ladies bring you our absolutely unpopular opinion. Now, my name is Claire, very commonly known as VR on Boss Babe. If you don't follow me, do so. But before we get into our unpopular opinions, let us first introduce ourselves. I'm Claire, as I've already said, and I am, as many of you know, if you follow me already. If you don't, hi, welcome. But I'm married just over a year now, and I am a mother of one beautiful 3-4-month-old. And now I'm going to let the ladies introduce themselves.
Hi! Oh, so excited that we're finally doing this. My name is Fiona Kemi Gisha. I go by Fiona Kemi on my various socials. I am a digital content creator and just a lover of creative things, creative spaces, an amateur photographer, amateur model, the list goes on. And yeah, I am, single, not mingling exactly, but like we'll see. And yeah, that's like the base. We'll start from there.
My name is Prim, and it's so exciting, very, very exciting that this is finally happening. I go by Prim. For those who follow me on Instagram, please don't follow me on Twitter. I'm only there for umeme, not anyone else, because they don't pick up their phone calls. Lifestyle, content creator, cabs, fashion. Let me see, am I a full-time content creator? No, not full-time content creator. A civil servant, yes, I serve you, and cohabiting. I know that this is something it's very you understand, yeah. But I live with my partner, and as you can see, we are very at different stages in our lives. Yeah. So welcome to the Unpopular Opinion, and it's great to have you here.
Welcome. So as you've seen, we're all very different shapes, sizes, everything is different. Our situations are completely different, and we're going to bring you our unpopular opinion. So to begin with, today's topic, we're talking about looking at your spouse, boyfriend, husband, fiance's phone. What do you think, Fiona?
Okay, it feels like it's one of those things that I know I've talked about with other people in life at some point. Yeah. And like generally, like when I think about it as a yes or no question, no. It's not something it's not something I ever want to have to do. Like, I don't judge you if you've been in that situation. I know that sometimes things push people into certain things, but like when I think about it, I'm just like, no, I don't want to check your phone. I don't want you checking mine. Period.
That's it.
I don't.
It's that simple.
I don't. It's not simple. Like I said, man, things can. But no.
Have you, in your past relationships, been tempted to check your person's phone?
You guys, no lie, one of my weaknesses is that I'm a little bit too trusting.
Yeah.
I have never, and I'm not just saying this at just. I've truly never wanted to. I've never done it. I'm 31 years old. All of my 31 years. I've never checked a partner's phone. I've never even had the desire to. Yeah. The one time I know my partner of mine checked my phone, I was so shocked. I was like, I didn't even get annoyed. I was confused. I was like, you're my phone.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Period.
And Prim, would you?
So I feel like, okay, when you ask Fiona if she has ever checked, there's a certain part in my life, there's a certain point in my life. I think either I was very insecure, but I was also dating a cheating partner, and I used to check the phone. But I don't remember, the notifications. Then I used to, find a way to hide it under the pillow so that when they look for it, I'm the one to check so I can see what's the message that's on top, what. But then now being in a more stable relationship, I realized that you don't have any business checking that phone. However, why should you be with someone that makes you want to check the phone? You get, at that point, I was dating a cheater, and I knew each time I checked, the results were there. There was something. There was him saying, oh, no, we are not dating, we are not together. Prim is lying, she's just lying on me. And then, or something like, no, we broke up a long time ago. Like, or there's a lady calling this Saturday saying, are you coming through, And That's what I used to find. So, but now that I don't check the phone, I'm always telling my partner that day, my instinct tells me to check your phone.
You will check
No, I will leave you. I will leave you because I know.
Okay.
Instinct,
Okay.
yes.
Now for me, I'm actually really also a very trusting person, and I'm in a very committed relationship considering I'm married.
Yeah.
But so before I got married, there's this time I believe do not check your husband's phone. I have an uncle that keeps saying, look, if your husband or spouse or whatever, your partner's phone rings, get a cloth, cover it, put it on a plate and take it to him, say, well,
Yes.
Don't look at it. Don't even look at who's calling, you know?
Yes.
And you know what? I believe it. I didn't before. And now I know everyone deserves their own privacy.
Yeah.
However, sometimes, like, my husband speaks very little, very little, you know? So a lot of times I find out, like, you could make plot with, let's say, a group of friends and stuff, and I don't know until that day, because it's not like he doesn't, he omits it, he just forgets to tell me. It didn't come up, he's not a talker. Like me, I tell him everything. Because after this shoot, I go home, I tell him, now we got there, this person, what, every day's time, what, everything I tell my husband. But for him, he'll just say, oh, the shoot was nice, that's it. And you're like, okay, trying to drag information out of him is very difficult. So now, before we got married, I'd go into his phone, you know, and just yes, he does. I keyword myself, please. So I'd go into his phone and I would look through, I wouldn't, and then put it back. There's not, I've never found really anything. I'd never found anything. Now there's this one time I checked. He was upset about something, and he wasn't telling me why he was upset. So I go into the phone. Usually the phone is a good start, where to start. If you're investigating, the phone is somewhere to start. So I went into his phone, and then I realized what the problem was. But it pissed me off. I was so pissed. Now I'm not going to say what it was.
He was talking to someone else?
No, it wasn't. He wasn't talking to another woman. It was something to do with his work, you know, and something that he should have told me about, but he didn't tell me about. And there was a problem that I should have known about, and I didn't. So finding out there was really, really upsetting. And the fact that I had to find out from his phone, I never told him, it's in your phone. This is how I know. So of course he was upset with me for checking his phone, but he had no leg to stand on, because in the first place he should have told me. I could have helped him, like, fix it before it got this bad. So now we were in a fix, you know, that I had to help him figure out. But then I wasn't there when he was making the decision to do it. So that's what pissed me off. From that day, you guys, I decided that man's phone is his phone.
If I don't find out,
I don't want to be pissed.
If
he doesn't come and tell me, that means he can manage it on his own. Honestly, I look at my husband's phone right there, even when he's going to sleep, because he's a very trusting person. He leaves his phone. He doesn't have anything to hide. He leaves his phone. I look at it, I'm not even tempted anymore, because even when I'm tempted, I'm like, yesterday he was pissed, maybe I can go. Then I'd be like, Claire, you want to get pissed? Because automatically I feel like it's going to piss me off, you know? So I wonder what, now, if you check, Fiona, let's say you decided to check, and you found something, and I'm not saying even you, it doesn't have to be your checking to see if there are other women in your man's phone, because there's so many things you can find. You can find that your husband has a debt. You know, a debt that he didn't tell you about. You can find that your husband has property that he didn't tell you about.
Oh my God, yes. Someone is telling him, "Banango msenyu gwawe dewo. We need cement. We need cement." And you're just like, what is this?
What is this? You know, what would you do?
I think that's, like, first of all, that's the reason why I avoid that whole situation. Because I fear what I can find. Like, even if you're not cheating, but then there's other secrets.
There's so many other things.
There's so many things that maybe I'm better off not knowing. So I don't know. Like, even now I think about it, I'm like, what would I do? Or he has other property.
No,
like,
exactly.
What do I do? So what I say, now I have seen in your phone, you have the things, give me some things. Or, no, I don't know.
Right to ask for that.
It's like, what do I do? I honestly don't know. Like, that's what I fear. I'm just like, I won't know what to do. And it will just be there, and that knowledge will kill me. It will torment me. I don't know how to bring, you guys. I don't know. I think it's why we need therapy. Please, we should all engage. I don't know. I honestly wouldn't even know where to go from there.
Yeah.
That's why I just don't do it. I can't deal.
Prim, what would you do?
I think before you check the phone, first of all, of course, like we said, women's instinct and everything, if you're looking for, say, property, because no one ever goes to check and say, let's see what I'll find. You always, you feel like this person has been getting, suspicious phone calls, or So you need to be ready, mentally prepared to deal with whatever. Yes. Meanwhile, there could be someone here watching me that I've ever told. I used to be those people who advocate for check the phones, right? So you're watching me now and you're like, hey, Prim. You used to tell us to check the phones, but now I feel like I've changed and I've changed my opinion because now I realize I was in a toxic place then. That's why I'm like, check the phones. So now my stand is don't check the phone because what are you doing with someone, But anyway, back to what would I do? I feel like you need to be prepared, first of all. Most of us check these phones and you don't know what you're going to do. You're going to just keep quiet, umtima guzimbe, and then you bust for nothing, and you just be stressed for nothing. So,
first of all, you can't even tell him that I checked your phone.
Thank you.
So now you have a world of information without an explanation.
There's a time I think I checked Bubuna's phone because he's on Instagram silently, following me and posting a few random things here and there. But then I remember finding a message from, I think, a lady. And exchanges of messages here and there on Instagram. My God, he's going to watch this and then he'll see that I went through his Instagram DM. Oh my God, Instagram DM. But then I remember I realized that I think it's someone they went to school with, and they had found each other online. There was really nothing dangerous. But I remember when I was checking, my heart was not there. You people, it was like a horror movie. Like there she is walking into the tunnel, and you can see the monster. Because I was like, what am I going to do? I'm living with this man. I've been dating him for 2 years. What am I going to do if I find? And something kept telling me, you're going to find what you're looking for. You're going to find what you're doing. And indeed, I found that a message with like a babe. I know there was nothing, but still for like another week or two, I used to think back at it and be like, what if, okay, did this conversation continue? What if, when I've not checked again since, did it continue? What will you do? You get, so guys, I don't know.
When you said that thing of like being toxic, it just made me think, like, when you're in a relationship and it's taking you to that place, I think it's a time to double check. Like, think again. Like what's because if you're in that insecure place where it's like, man, I must, you need to, and not just check the relationship, even yourself. Sometimes you're making up things in your mind. Sometimes indeed there is something to worry about, but there's just like so much to check.
Now there's this time when Philip and I had just started dating again, like one aborted to the new one.
Another story for
another day. Anyway, so we just started dating, and I was so used to being so protective and and things like that. So, and this particular time he told me he was in the mood for talking. So fine, fair enough. So the next time I saw him, so he didn't talk to me that day because sometimes you just want your own downtime.
And that's allowed.
And my husband loves his downtime where he does not want to be disturbed. So this time, okay, fine. I go on. It was a Sunday. So I go in with my life and stuff. I go for family lunch and things like that. I leave him to be. The next time I see him, I went through his phone, and then I realized that on that Sunday he was talking to some chick. But it was a friend. But because crazy eyes, I automatically went like, okay, this guy, he told me he was tired. He told me he was, now he's talking to this chick. There was nothing, it was all innocent, by the way, but for me, my problem was, how come you were talking to this babe and you told me you didn't want to talk to me? Do you understand? Like, I'm your girlfriend and things like that. So crazy eyes, those, I don't know if you remember those, How I Met Your Mom, crazy eyes came out. And I made such a big deal. First of all, I always tell you I checked your phone. I told him, so obviously now he was upset with me. for
Yeah.
checking
His
his phone.
phone,
Now, and
yeah.
it was a whole thing. And for me, I was like, why are you interested in? Why are you more upset about the fact that
Yeah.
I'm checking your phone rather than explaining why you are talking to some other chick? There was nothing. There was nothing suspicious in that conversation. It was a friend that he had taken long without seeing. Hi, how are you? They were catching up maybe for about 15
Yeah.
minutes, but
Yeah.
I made such a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm just think. Don't check your guy's phone. Don't check your guy's phone. I believe the three of us are in agreement. Don't do it. If you feel like you need to, check yourself, check your relationship, check your man.
There's a lot of checking the
Yeah.
So, I'm glad that it came from, you're married, I was going to say, because a married woman who is watching this could be like, you guys, you're joking, you see it's different. When you're married, it's different, blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, what are you going to do about it? Like, always ask yourself before you check, what are you going to do about it? Unless you're actually made up your mind, like, I'm leaving this marriage, I'm done, and I just need, evidence to probably use in court during the divorce, or I just need to affirm myself that I'm taking and making the right decision, okay? Like, you need to have your mind made up for whatever, you're going to do. That's when I think now you can go ahead and check, but there's just never anything good to find. I mean, if you get it,
or even if there's nothing, that the fact that you're checking that phone means you could spiral something that is so
Yes.
small or something
I
that
also
is
feel
not
like-
non-existent. Yeah.
but I also feel like, check, guys, let us not be in agreement.
Okay,
Check.
fair enough.
Check,
Like, don't
please
be
check,
fools. Don't
check,
let
because
people fool
check and be prepared. But Nange, you
It's one of those things you can't even, I can't even advise that you must this or you must that, because again, there are so many situations that are so different.
But don't
Check.
Just don't be crazy.
check. You could find this man is trying to sell your family home. You could find your wife is, your child, your second born is not your child. But then those are the situations where you're like, what will you do? But you could also find that, there's some information you'll find there that could save you, okay? You could find your husband's, test results for HIV, or your spouse's, your wife's test results for HIV, and now you'll know, let me go and check. If I'm not yet positive, I'll protect myself. Let me tell you something. If you ever get the instinct to check someone's phone, I want you to know that there's always something wrong. And for me, I will not agree with these guys. Please check those phones. But if it's for a relationship, like now we're not married and everything, for like in terms of is he talking to other girls and whatnot, I don't think I would check for that. But check for these phones. It helps to be prepared for. I feel like all sorts of things are happening in the world right now. You're waking up and your wife is your landlord. You're renting her house. So
That's true. Your kids are not
yes,
yours.
your children. Yes. So
I get what you mean. The bank is kwanjaring you,
Yes.
telling you to get out of your house. You just never
Yes.
know. So,
Yes.
use your discretion
yes, but be ready.
for
Be
the
ready
can
for
of
what-
worms that you're going to open.
Yes.
There's always a can of worms.
Yes.
I think it's one of the, like, I hear you and I'm like, yeah. But then again, I know myself, I'm like, I won't.
Also, why are you
I don't know what's wrong with me.
marrying men who
I don't
you
know what's wrong
have
with me.
to-
Maybe I'm a mad
Why are you
person.
marrying
You
men
have to
or
check.
women who you have to check up on all the time, in my opinion?
Maybe by the time we got married, I didn't need to check the person. But then along the way, 10 years down the road, he's gambling, he's drinking. So please.
That's true. I definitely cannot judge.
Anyway, so we want to know from you in the comments, would you or would you not
Yeah.
check your spouse's
And why?
And
phone?
why?
And why? And
And-
what
yeah.
would you do if you found a can of worms?
Yeah, and if you checked it before, what did you find? What did you do? What did you do? How did you take it? Are you still together?
Tell us. We want to know. We want to know. Give us the details, Dish It Girls. Also, subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching our very first episode. We've loved it. We've absolutely loved it. So,
Yeah.
bye. See you in the next episode.
Subscribe.